you want to have the moment. I have it every day. I see them, and students are so inspiring.
What's one of your favourite success stories that you've seen?
Oh, one. Let me choose one for this week.
Hello, today I am joined by a very interesting female empowering leader from the international education industry. This is Heidi. Heidi is a campus manager at Insight Academy. Heidi has been in the international education industry for over 20 years. If you're anything like me, you were surprised as well from looking at her about this. Heidi actually got into the education industry without meaning to. She didn't want to be a teacher, but then she went and opened a training organisation in China, and then has been back in Australia for a few years now and joined Insight Academy at the beginning of 2022. Lovely to have you here. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. I feel privileged.
Thank you. It's the neon, isn't it?
I know. Actually, it's Lego guy for me. Yeah.
He actually doubles up as a ice bucket as well.
Okay, right. Yeah. Got to get your priorities right. I love it.
So, thank you. What is it about the education industry, specifically for international students, that you enjoy?
I reckon it's about empowering new world leaders, and my mission is to get out there and literally empower as many, and why not go for the international sector?
Yeah, and make some changes along the way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And really share quality education.
And that's what's really important. And I think sometimes there are organisations, training institutes, that don't have that fundamental kind of value.
Agreed.
And that's really good to have. And I think we need more of it.
Agreed.
So with Insight Academy, you've been there for a little while now.
Yeah.
Insight Academy is a one-of-a-kind school. We do know this. Located in the heart of Melbourne CBD, provides high-quality vocational courses to international students.
Yes,
what
we do.
I really like about Insight is that you've got such a unique approach to it.
Yep.
Having coaches rather than teachers, and having courses that have real-life outcomes that aren't just a tick in a box for this is a unit that you've covered, but are actually going to lead you somewhere and be interested and really take a hold of the students and hopefully develop and grow in every aspect.
Yes.
It's definitely, I personally, from working in the industry, I know first-hand students that have gone there and had success stories.
Awesome.
So I know firsthand that it's very good.
Yep.
What is it that you think makes Insight a standout school?
For me, the key point of difference is that everything is based on practical outcomes. So I'm somebody who gets so frustrated with a blah, blah, blah in a classroom of somebody who's never done it for themselves. They haven't even been in business, and they're standing there boring themselves, boring the students. It's like, I want everything opposite to that. So outcome driven and practical based.
Which is excellent. Now, some of the courses that you have, you've got sustainable operations, project management, leadership and management, business, and something that I think is great, entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Those are great courses. And I think you're doing something that isn't just buzzwords,
Yes.
for example,
Yes.
sustainability.
Yes.
But you've actually incorporated that in with project management now as well.
Exactly. Because we noticed a lot of students who were coming, they needed to add this to the skills that they've already got. So I'm blown away by the caliber of people who come in, master's graduates from their own countries, and choosing to come, add these qualifications so that they can go out and, bada boom, focus on, getting the next pay rise and
Absolutely.
changing the world.
You've just kind of answered one of the questions I did want to ask was what type of people go there. So you've got people who are coming from all walks of life
Absolutely.
and all academic backgrounds as
Exactly. And we're really noticing, particularly in the sustainability space, how many people come from not necessarily that world, or they've probably already got that mindset, but that world, and they're looking for it to be added to what they already do.
Yeah, well, I think it's such... I don't want to say it is a buzzword, but I think it's such an evolving occupation now, and it's a thought, and it's definitely something that all businesses should have been doing before, but they're really trying to enforce it in now.
Exactly. And what I love is that we also incorporate, it's not just about, I'm recycling plastic, or, it's focused on all aspects of business and how that can be more sustainable. So that's what really floats my boat.
Love that. No, I do really like that. What's one of the most popular courses? Is it the sustainability? Is it the entrepreneurship?
Well, it's hard to answer. They're kind of neck and neck. Yeah. So entrepreneurship, developing a new business, iGrow course, and the sustainability are by far the standouts.
Yeah. And are the students able to actually start their own business while they're studying these courses?
They are. In fact, we highly encourage it. And we've got I was going to say the word system wrong. We've got an add-on, a freebie really for students, because we noticed a lot of them needed their hand holding through the process. So we have got professional coaches within the business growth, within leadership aspects, and they come and they coach our students in what we call incubator sessions.
Okay.
So they're really tailored to the exact person in front of us. And they're like, hey, I need to focus on my branding this week. Well, great, show me what you've got. How about you mix this up? Have you thought about this? In an Australian situation, it doesn't land well. Think of it from this angle. So people who
That's great.
really want to do it.
Do they have to pay extra for that, or is that?
No, included. I know.
But if you was to hire somebody, if you're going to pay somebody for their services to have that type of one-on-one
it would
coaching,
be $450 in Melbourne at the moment.
for one day.
Yep.
That's ridiculous.
I know. I know.
And
but it has that much of an impact, and I can't believe, hello, how amazing.
Yeah, so if you've ever thought basically, hey, I'm thinking of starting my own business,
Yep.
I don't really know what to do, studying the course Entrepreneurship and New Business, you can learn and kind of, it's a bit like learning on the job, isn't it, really?
Exactly.
You're doing it, yeah.
Exactly, yeah.
Fantastic. No, I love it. Something you touched upon as well, which I want to pick into a little bit more, is your point of difference. And something I found, obviously, when I was doing my research about you guys, is something really interesting. And I don't think, I've worked in the industry for a few years now, I've never seen this written down on a school's website. And I love it. A holistic focus on the student's individual traits. I mean, I don't really know what that means, but I want it. Yes. How do you incorporate this? How do you build on this?
Yeah, great question. So we want to deliver to students as individuals rather than, oh great, we've got 40 people in the room and we're all just going to teach. It's like, well, what floats your boat, and what's your communication style, and what's your personality trait, and what are your fears, and what are your challenges? So that we can all, I suppose, be our individual expressions of ourselves.
And surely that's perfect for kind of getting people ready, the employability, teaching them those
and to
emotional
really
intelligence skills as well.
Exactly. And to honour the individual entrepreneur inside of every individual.
Perfect. I'm sold. I'm in. Let's go.
Cool. Awesome.
No, you touched upon it again as well. Having coaches rather than teachers. So, and I think that's really important. And I loved what you was explaining there, that the people who are actually leading the class, rather than teaching, they're industry experts. Exactly. They know what they're talking about. They've been through it. I would imagine they've probably tried to start up a few business and failed, and therefore learned from it and can now actually give that advice as well as teaching the course.
Exactly. It's something so fundamental to what we do. People, all of our coaches need to either have their current business or they have done it, gone through the ringer themselves.
And that would make the classes so interesting as well.
Exactly, because you've got a real person in front of you, rather than I'm a master on this textbook and I'm now going to teach you this textbook. Hello.
Yeah, and it's great. And am I right in saying that you work with real life case studies, so like businesses around Melbourne?
Exactly. We really want to focus on local, so that students can go in and have a tangible experience.
So you can actually go.
Exactly. I think many of them they can meet some of our guest speakers.
That's really, really good. And something that I find great as well, and your Insight Academy is very active all over social media, so you can't really miss it. Outside of the classroom, well, it doesn't stop in the classroom. You've got everything going on. There's networking events, there's master classes, there's loads of things going on. Some of the events really resonated with me.
Cool.
In a way that I wasn't expecting. And I found it really interesting to see that you're not a school that just kind of does a meet-up or let's go to the park or let's go and kick a soccer ball about, but you actually, again, you're building these students up ready to have those employability skills, ready to have those skills to be able to market themselves. Some of the events: positive psychology,
Hello.
blockchain, metaverse, and crypto.
Yep.
Finance for entrepreneurs, and something that I found so interesting: migrant women in leadership.
Yeah, and don't we need more of them?
We do.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Slightly off topic. I was at the Victoria Tourism Awards last night.
Cool.
And it was really great to see that we had the Lord Mayor,
Yes.
female.
Yes.
We had the new CEO of Melbourne Airport, female.
Awesome.
Both on stage giving speeches.
Awesome.
And yeah, and I sat there thinking, and I was like, that's definitely what we need more of.
Exactly.
And to have those leaders and to have those people stood up there paving the way for everybody else.
Exactly.
I think it's great.
Exactly. And then our wish is that these powerful women can take that out into their communities, their country, whether they decide to go back home.
Yeah. And that must be as well, obviously, depending on where you're from, nationality and stuff. In some cultures, still to this day, it's not
Quite
expected
novel.
for
Exactly.
women. Yeah.
Exactly.
So if we've got people coming over here, international students, going to
Yes.
Insight Academy and being inspired and empowered and encouraged to go and do this.
Yes.
This must be really humbling for you to see students go through this process.
It is. You want to have the moment? I
Yeah.
have it every day. I see them, and our students are so inspiring.
What's one of your favourite success stories that you've seen?
Oh, one. Let me choose one for this week. We have a lass from Europe who, I suppose about 4 months ago when she started, she was a little bit lost. So she was looking for a sea change, had come to Australia, borders are open, yay, I'm going to go for this. But let's just say she brought her baggage with her and had had some less than positive study experiences and came into the classroom, and I just saw this young woman, like, she's of course still going to blossom, but just this blossoming opening. She's got her idea, she's running with it, she's shit scared but running at the same time.
Yeah.
And I can guarantee at the end of another 9.5 months she's just going to rocket ship. Yeah.
Yeah, that gave me goosebumps as well.
Yeah.
I love it. No, I think that's really, really good. Obviously, I hate to bring it up, but it was quite important over the last couple of years. We had a pandemic.
Yes, exactly.
Now, you wasn't at Insight during the pandemic. You've come in afterwards.
Yes.
How are you now seeing, for the last 12 months effectively, Insight come out of the pandemic, and where do you see it going in the future?
Sure. How we have grown over the last 12 months, and looking at the way that Insight teaches, honouring that face-to-face connection, online, out the window. We're all about get in there, jump in, have the connection, have the real experience. And we're opening new campus. I'm not sure how much I can tell people about that. But
I feel like that was an
things are
exclusive.
launching here.
Yeah.
So, hello.
Yeah, that's brilliant. And what do the students think? Obviously, you said that online has gone, so
Yes.
everyone's back face to face, learning
Yes.
in the campus. How are they finding A being back and the school overall?
Sure. A being back, absolutely relieved. Thank you. We've missed you guys face to face. And overall, I feel that there's such a layer of optimism and hope just bubbling. It's like that champagne cork before you, and it's the anticipation. Everybody's at the party like, oh, here we go. It's like, yes, it's going to pop.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
So thinking about just the students, obviously they love the school, they love the campus. You have got great courses, there's great coaches, everything is really good.
Yep.
What are they actually doing as soon as they pick up that certificate 4, the diploma, the advanced diploma? What's the next step for the type of people that have enrolled there?
Sure. I would say the majority I'm witnessing who've been in Australia for some time already, their next step is like career progression and definitely pay rise. People who are perhaps newer to Australia might opt to go and do a second choice, a second course to gain a bit more experience, and also to build up their local knowledge, their local connections.
Yeah.
And then I would say at least 30% go on with successful businesses that they've already got started through the courses, and we're looking to dial that number up. So,
and that's a credit to you all that spend that time going with people, sitting down with them and stuff. And even if you didn't want to open your own business, I presume that it's really good just to have those good networking opportunities.
Exactly. And then classmates collaborating together.
Yeah, because I would never want to start my own business because I like to sleep at night.
Okay, nice. Nice.
And I think if I was to start my own business, I'd lose a lot of those Zs. And I'd be lying awake at night worrying. So I'd say I was more of an entrepreneur myself. And I'm sure sometimes.
And great to know about yourself. And for so many students, I love that light bulb going on of like, oh, it doesn't have to be me. I can go and So credit to you. Awesome.
Thank you very much.
Cool.
Now, what is it that you think? I think this is going to be a very straightforward answer. What is it that you think that Insight Academy does well for international students that other schools don't do?
I feel we treat people as individuals, and I feel that we treat our students beyond the piece of paper, beyond the visa, beyond the I'm just here for however many hours of study. It's like you've joined our family and you want to come to all these things, you are more than welcome. In fact, we're going to encourage you strongly because we know you're going to fly at the end of it.
I think you're absolutely spot on there as well. And there are some schools, you could walk in, you could do a diploma of business, you get the piece of paper at the end.
Yawn.
But it doesn't mean that you've actually learnt anything.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that you've got takeaways that you can then go and impress an employer with.
Yeah, exactly.
Granted that on a piece of paper you've got this qualification, but unless you can back it up in an interview, unless you can actually go into detail about what you've done, how you've done it, why you did that.
Yes, and the passion that comes with that is not fakeable.
Yeah. Do you encourage and kind of teach people to be able to present themselves in a certain way?
Every single module have got presentation components, and although some shy away, I do know that towards the end of the course, there's like, you pushed me out of my comfort zone, but I really needed it.
Yeah.
And it's helped for whatever, whether that's the job interview, whether that's the next pitch that they want to do.
So that must be quite challenging. I mean, you and I, our first language is English, so it's quite easy for us.
Yes.
But for international people coming over, they might only have a lower level of English to then stand in front of a classroom of peers.
Yes. Oof. Yes. But that doesn't make them any less powerful as communicators, as speakers, as entrepreneurs. And granted, probably their first one is the most challenging, but step by step gets easier and easier until kind of at the end of the course, they'll be looking back going, hey, look at me. Yeah. Cool. Everybody understood me. No big deal.
But you did it as well. Like Insight Academy really nurtures.
Yes,
I think. And that's, for me, I think that's one of your main point of differences against competitors, if you will. It is going with what you said and just taking each person on their own and pushing through, which is great. So, what is... This is a tough one now for me.
Okay. Right, here. Yep, I'm ready. Seatbelt on. Yep.
What is the main occupation that people tend to get after studying a diploma of project management based in sustainability?
Oh, they would become sustainable operations project manager legends. I think that's the job title.
That salary sounds incredible.
Yes.
Because that's one of the questions that, as an education agent, we get asked. Okay, well, if I'm going to study this course, what
am I going to get?
What do I get out of it?
Yeah.
And being able to say, look, this is the type of job that you can get.
Yes.
Have a look. Go on Seek. Go on Indeed.
Yes.
Have a look at the job description. See the salary expectations.
Yes.
You can achieve this.
Exactly.
And I think...
At a relatively young age in your career. Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
If you were to go back to school, what would you study?
It would be 500% entrepreneurship, I reckon.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So, what would your new business be?
Bigger and better, as in campuses all around Australia.
Yes.
As in, why limit ourselves to Australia? Yes.
Spread the word.
Exactly.
Bring more leaders in.
Exactly.
All of that. And do you have a favourite event that you've been to?
That's a quick question. Good question. This week, well, let me just give you an example. I've been to 3 this week, and we haven't even ended the week yet, so I can't even say out loud.
So there's too many to count.
Exactly.
That's good.
Exactly.
Excellent. Well, Heidi, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank
I really,
you.
really appreciate talking about Insight Academy. I think if I was to have my time again, I would definitely come down and go and do one of those courses. For me, I'd probably go into leadership and management course.
Yep.
Female empowerment.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Go you.
let's do it.
Cool.
All right. Well, thank you very much. If you have any questions about student visas or Insight Academy, if you'd like to find out more about what they do and what they offer, just get in touch.
Thank you.